Good afternoon, Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you in the Breaking Weather Center. We just had a tornado warning has just been issued with hail the size of a baseball with this tornado warning. So let's take a zoom in here, let's sort this stuff out here right quick. Tornado warning for north central Moore County and south central Alabama, south central Cox County in central Alabama to 4:45 Eastern Standard Time. At 4:09, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was near Vandenberg, or 11 miles south of Camden, Minnesota, on 45 miles an hour. Hazardous tornado and baseball-sized hail, folks. So this storm is really capable. Is booking at 45 miles an hour, and we do have the potential for hail the size of baseball. So, folks, this is some very large hail. Take cover immediately. This is some very nasty storms right now, and we do have the potential for some very large hail with it. So this runs in effect about 4:45. So I'm gonna stay with you probably just for a little bit with this. Don't really have to back out closely here. I'm by myself once again and I can see why there's the rotation right there by Mint Williams. If you live in Mint Williams, all right, we just have a new tornado warning or new update on the tornado warning. So tornado warning and baseball size hail. If you in Pineapple area, now's the time to seek shelter. You definitely need to be get centered, get covered, put a bike helmet on a football helmet. Protect yourself from flying debris. We do have a tornado warning, and I'm gonna try to get somebody on with me. Just give me a second here because I'm by myself here. So I'll try to get Jonathan on. I just sent in a invite, so we'll see if he can. Just give me a second here. So let me shrink this, and I'll send it to my page group. So, folks, these storms are very dangerous today. You definitely don't want to be out. So just give me a second. I'm doing a little something here. Alright, folks, I'm back where we're at. Let me get the radar shared back. I was having to do some things just a second. So if you live in any of these tornado warnings here, now's the time to act quickly. Go to your safe spot. And this is just potentially for very large hail up to baseball. And yeah, look at this storm. Gosh. Are you kidding me? Look at this storm. It's very large, folks. We're starting to get now this tornado warning over here to 4:45 for Norfolk and Moore in Wilcox County. This storm is now booking at 55 miles an hour, folks. So you're not going to have time to wait. So now would be the time. Get centered, get covered, go to the lowest floor of the building. Make sure you have a mattress between you. This storm is booking at 55, so you're not going to have time to wait. So we'll back out closely and just look at the hail. This is incredible, folks. This is some very large hail, and it's rarely dangerous to have this kind of hail. So make sure you're indoors. Now the markers indicate 2.5, so that is some very large hail with these storms, and the tornado warning runs in effect into around now in Moore County. The tornado warning just got into effect about 4:30. This tornado is moving toward Thompsonville over here in Alabama. It's kick-popping at 40 miles, so this is booking at 40 miles an hour. Tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. So, folks, that is some very large hail. It's enough to cause some problems. So, looking at our potential hail count again, it's really growing. So, this is some oppressive hail, but we do have echo tops are going to be extremely big today. So, this is why we're telling you need to be in a tornado safe spot now, is go to the center part of your house. And this even a severe thunderstorm warning now is in central Moore counties and central Clark County, central Alabama, and this goes in effect in central Clinton County for winds up to 70 miles an hour, and this is moving east at Rope Hill around. It's booking at 65. So this is like a car. Just think about cars on the road. This is how fast it's moving. So we could get some 70 miles of gusts. Some wind damage is going to be likely with this whole line. So we'll put the computer in, and you can see there is potentially some strong sheared with that. So you definitely make sure you're taking some cover and taking some action on these storms. And that's one thing that we need to do right now. So you're just joining me almost at. All right, we only got one. If you just joined us today, we've got tornado warnings in place. If you live in Pineapple, you need to be shaking shelter. There's that sign of rotation there, and you got very large hail. This tornado warning right here is capable of producing up to baseball size hail. That is some incredible hail we see. And so we'll check to make sure we have any tornado debris yet. I'm going to check a couple other scans while we're on here. All right, I'm going to back up because I think I just saw something right there. That was at about 4:20. I did see a little debris right there by McWilliams. If this is debris, you definitely need to be in a tornado safe spot. Go to the center part of your house, the lowest floor of the building. This is why we're continuing to have very strong signs of rotation today. And we definitely need to be keeping these storms really seriously, because these storms are capable today of producing widespread damage today. We got 1.75 inches, so that's up to golf balls. And this is why we're continuing to go live, because we have tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. And even you're not under a tornado warning right now, and even the red boxes, I would still take these severe thunderstorm warnings as you go to a tornado, because we are producing hail the size of baseball and even winds over 70 miles per hour. So that's enough to start doing some significant wind damage. So if you're just joining me, almost at 4:26 this afternoon, we do have severe weather to track. Some dangerous weather conditions right now with very large hail with this. McWilliams, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. If you live in Pineapple, you definitely need to. Oak Hill, you definitely need to go there now. This is a tornado warning, and this wholesale is capable of producing a tornado in baseball-sized hail. That's enough to cause some shatter some windows. So we definitely need to be watching these strong sails as they continue. New storm I'm keeping an eye on up here, and this is in Alabama, Birmingham. This is in parts of, let's see, severe thunderstorm warning goes in effect for north central Lee County into around 4:45. At 4:26, a severe thunderstorm is located near Oak Burley or Oak Minutia on 50. Hazardous 2-inch hail and 60 miles of wind gusts. Folks, this is some 2-inch hail again. So make sure you've definitely taken some precaution areas. That is some very large hail. I mean, this is the potentially some wind shear. There's the couplet right there forming. Anytime you get that red next to green like that, that is gate to gate sheared. That's the winds coming in from a thunderstorm, and that's what you get a lot, is the winds coming in like that. So we'll back out, and a little sunshine can trigger this today, and it really did. So yeah, that's gate to gate sheared there. By if you live in old Pineapple down below that area, you need to go to your tornado safe spot right now. So right now I'm gonna try to change velocity back. I'm not going to send you back for a little while. I'm going to stick with the storms right here. I'm going to have to check the comments below again. Just all right. I'm back on right now. We're just going to check that. Still, it's 4:30. We're still on. Tornado warning in effect for now for Butler County down here in excuse me, down here in parts of Alabama, Mobile, north central Butler County at 428. Smith Energy capable of producing a tornado was south of Pineapple, or 20 miles south of Greenville, moving east at 50. So hazard ping pong ball size hail. So folks, this new tornado warning is booking at 50 miles an hour. So if you live in this area, you need to be taking some shelter now. Make sure you have a bike helmet to go on top of your head. Just protect yourself from flying debris. This is a tornado warning that goes in effect until 5 p.m. 5:15, and this is a storm that is really capable of producing some very large hail today. So we'll change velocity tools that we use for hail. Now this doesn't tell me if we'll have a. Let me try to change the Mobile side on. If you live in Pineapple area, you're under a tornado warning that goes in effect about 4:45. That's still for baseball size hail. I'm trying to get the Mobile side on here. All right. It just gives me a time to look here. All right. Tornado warning continues. This storm is still capable of producing some very large hail. And if you live in Greenville, you need to seek shelter immediately. Forest Home area, get shelter. If you're in this polygon, a Bowen area, you need to get the shelter. You're under a warning. This is a tornado warning that goes in effect into around 5:15. Radar indicated rotation. It's still pretty decent couplet here, but see, I'm getting lots of reports coming in, folks. So I'll read everything to you while we're on. So we've been on since 15 minutes, and it's about 432, and I think we'll stay with you as long as we've been, getting damage reports coming in. So let me switch here. Starting to get reports coming in right now. Trees down in Coffeyville, Alabama. So now we're starting to get reports of trees down. Getting more reports of trees down in New Blocking area. So folks, we're starting to get trees down. That is a typically bad deal when we start getting trees down and we have this tornado wind. If you live in Pineapple area, you're still under a tornado wind with the size of hail the size of baseball. So this would be your time you need to be heading to your tornado safe spot. That'll be the basement if you have one, ground floor. And I'm going to take a look here just in a second. We'll go back to those thunderstorm warnings because I think we'll be continue our coverage. Because now we're getting storms here in Coffeyville, Alabama, Central Coffeyville, and Henry County, Alabama, and South Central Dale counties. This storm is a severe thunderstorm is located in your Rocker Moonish East at 55. So, folks, this is booking at 55. So, just think about you're driving your vehicle on the road at 55 miles an hour. That's how fast these are moving. You got to be very careful. These storms are being booking at 55 today. And if you live in Oak area, New Burnton area down here, this is a severe thunderstorm warning at the time down here. But right now, this is having some signs of some pretty decent signs of rotation. If you just study weather and you study going to college as one of these meteorologists, red next to green is gate-to-gate shear. That is tightened up right there. This would be a possible tornado. If it continues to work its way what it is, this would be another possible tornado. I'm getting some questions here. Let me get to them. I'm sorry for not reading quick. All right, getting something from a person named Eric saying, my mother-in-law lives in Greenville. Well, Eric, you're under you need to let her know that she's under a tornado warning now, because Greenville's under a tornado warning. Let me check that for you. He said, everyone say safe. Thank you for the comment. Let me see, is Greenville's under that warning? Yep, Greenville's under the tornado warning right here. It's booking at 50 miles an hour with ping pong ball size hail. So that's definitely a pretty decent storm there. And let's see. Yeah, no. Let me see if we have any debris with this yet. This is a tool that we use. I don't see any, so we'll flip back to the potential for hail and look at the hail and some of this. And one of the severe thunderstorm warnings, we have hail up to 2 inches with the storm. So look at here. Gosh. Look at this, folks. This is some very large hail. So if you live in Pineapple area, you're really getting some very large hail, and you're still under that tornado warning that goes in effect into 445. If you live in Forest Home area or Greenville or Bowling, you're under a tornado warning about 515, and that includes Butler County and Central Alabama. I would go to your safe spot, put a bike helmet on top of your head, just protect yourself from debris. Even these storms do not produce any tornadoes today. They're going to produce mainly just straight line winds. This is what we've been having the last couple of days. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back into the coverage now. I just stepped out for a second. Alright, we do have a tornado warning still continues. Both of these, in fact, the 445, one of them, once that one gets expired, I would probably send things back, but we still getting some more damage, folks, coming in. Got 1.75 of golf ball size hail from social media, 1-inch hail. Alright, we just got a severe thunderstorm warning up here, and this is in parts of central Georgia, north central Ware County in central Georgia, Trop County in central Georgia, south central Harris County in central Georgia, until 6 p.m. Eastern time. At 5:31, a severe thunderstorm is located over Appleton Port or near moving east at 65. So, folks, this is booking at 65. The storm did have, looks like I'm taking a look at the text. It did have, this storm is capable of producing up to ping pong ball size hail. So this is a very strong sail, but part of the storm over here is producing up to tennis ball and 60 miles of wind gust. So folks, these storms up here are booking at 60 miles an hour. So this is a fast moving one. So you want to probably move indoors and get away from the windows. This is very strong storm here. We definitely got to take these storms very seriously today. They're producing lots of hail, very strong lightning, and we definitely got to take these storms very seriously. So the tornado warning one will expire at 5:15. The 4:45 one will expire, but I'm getting lots of reports, folks. We're getting down trees. This is an area we really have to watch for a lot of spin today. And Coffeyville's under a severe thunderstorm warning. And this storm down here I'm taking a look at here, we'll take a look at each warning when they get issued, is very strong to some straight line winds today. And we'll pull up potentially for hail. And look at this. A very large hail of that storm. And there is some weak rotation right there. Anytime you get that little knot or spin like this, you can get a brief tornado. And that's why I'm thinking the Weather Service just keep going with tornado warnings a lot. I'm starting to get more damage coming in. More trees and power lines are down in Baker County area, so we're getting more trees are coming down again. So severe thunderstorm warnings for Georgia. And this includes parts of central Miller County and north central Georgia, Tanner County in north central Georgia, Michael County in north central Georgia, and south central Lee County in central Georgia, and south central Baker County in central Georgia, Colton County, Coweta County in central Georgia, and Tite County in central Georgia, and Worth County in south central Georgia. This storm is near RB, and this is moving at 50 miles an hour. So you see 60 miles of wind gust, and this is still moving at 50, so it's booking that way. So we could get very strong to straight line winds with the possibility of a couple kinks in this line. Anytime you get a kink like this, you get brief rotation, and that's why I don't like all meteorologists don't like those kinks, because you get rotation. So we're still here tracking severe thunderstorm winds all even with you. Radar's going to have to update. Let's move down here. Starting to get more damage coming in right now. Jefferson County, this would be down here in part of Florida. Trees down at north side of the road. So based it vary, so we get more reports of trees down again. So folks, we're just getting lots of damage coming in today of trees. And this is just how it's going to be. We're starting to get lots of trees coming down. And we do have some power outages. So that's what's going to cause a lot of problems. So we only got one tornado warning on board. And I'm going to take a look at this one and see how the hail's looking again. And this goes in effect into around I-15 And that's for Butler County, and that will include Greenville. So if anybody in Greenville need to still be in their tornado safe spot, make sure you are taking storms very seriously. So we're continuing to watch this whole line of storms and up here towards the Huntsville area, and these storms are capable are more likely of producing just quarter-size hail. But they're isolated, excuse me, tornadoes never out of the question with these. You can still get very large hail, and the possibility of Jefferson County is under a severe thunderstorm warning now, and any of these storms today have a history of producing some very large hail with them. So, since we not really having only that one tornado warning on board, and the rest of them are severe thunderstorm warnings, I'm going to sign off here, send things back. But if we do get another tornado warning, these little individual cells, I mean, we could get a few more because this storm over here is getting me signs of some rotation again. And that's we could probably have more tornado warnings in place. So watching for the potentially of spinning a lot. So we will continue to keep you updated. And for right now, stay tuned to the page this evening, and we'll keep you updated on warnings. Severe thunderstorm warnings are continuing now. And these storms could be very seriously tonight. If you feel threatened by any thunderstorm tonight, just shake shelter in the basement. Please take these severe thunderstorm warnings as seriously as tornadoes too, because even folks, the straight line winds can turn things up than as a tornado. So we will keep you updated, and I'll break right back in if we see anything serious.